Hi everyone. We'll just start in next 2 minutes. I hope you all can hear me. If you can hear me, just write yes into the chat box. You all can use the chat box for your replies. Okay, great. Great. We'll just start in next 2 minutes. We're just waiting for a few more people to join. I hope a lot of people are here from different domains. A lot of them are especially looking to make a career into UX and UI design, right? Yeah. So we'll just start in 2 minutes, just waiting for a few more people to join. Hi, so let's start quickly. Uh, hi, hi everyone. Hi, my name is Gaurav and I have around 6+ years of experience into UX and UI designing. Today in this webinar, we'll be talking first of all about our organization, as well as we'll be talking about our parent companies and the work which we are doing right now into the industry segment, where we are bringing in the best programs for people, as well as we'll be talking about the entire UX and UI designing domain, how you can make your careers into it, right? So let's go ahead and start it. So before I start, I just wanted to know, like, you guys are from which city? Currently, I'm based out in Pune. So just you can use the chat box and just let me know you all are from which cities. And also, please tell me, like, what's your current education background, what you're doing, so that I can relate to it and give you a right career path. Okay. Okay. Someone is from Pune. Okay. Bhavesh, Mumbai. All right. All right. Himachal. Okay. Great. 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 Fine. So also, please tell me, what you're doing currently. Are you a student or a fresher or a design aspirant or looking to make your career into design, so that I can help you out throughout this webinar, that how you can make your career into designing, how to become a good UX and UI designer who works into an MNC or a big firm where you can make your, you can say, great career, and you can say excel into your career, scale up, right? Okay, so if anybody is a student here, you can just write student, and if you're a working professional, you can just write working professional, so that I can go ahead and we can start the webinar. Okay, Himanshu, you're a student. Amazing. Great. Right. Okay, Tanvi is a working professional, student. Okay. Okay, all right, fine. Let's quickly start and let's understand why we are here. So today in this webinar, we'll be talking about, first of all, our organization, which is WEARE1 Academy. Then we'll be talking about history of UX, what is UX, the processes into UX, why UX is required, and industry segments. And the most important thing is we'll be talking about the job roles into the UX industry. Because as you'll be learning UX and UI design, you'll be going ahead with your careers into it. So you should know what are the job roles, how you can work into the industry segment. Right. Let's quickly move ahead and understand about our organization. So WEARE1 Academy is India's first gaming and esports academy. We started as a vision to, you can say, launch those programs for, especially for people who are very good in gaming or who want to make their career into it, want to earn money from it, get placed into companies, because there are a lot of companies, a lot of companies are hiring esports, learn gaming, and other programs that we have. We have certain programs like digital marketing, We have UI and UX. So this is a skill-based program, and for that only we started this, you can say, with this organization back in 2022, and we were awarded as the first, you can say, the best startup in this industry segment for esports and gaming. Right. Now let's quickly move ahead. These are some of our media presence where we share our updates, we share our details and everything, the upcoming things that we do. Right. So as you can see, this is our founder, Mr. Saurav Meena, who has started this organization, and we do certain events in various cities. Like every month, we do certain events in certain cities to promote esports, gaming, UI, UX, digital marketing, and everything, where people can easily make their career who don't have any kind of tech background, or especially students or working professionals who want to skill up and change their domain. Right. Now, let's understand what is UX, because it is very important to first understand UX. And there is a lot of misconception against in the industry segment, that generally people, what they think is when they see a screen or when they use a website or application, they think that is UX. But the real understanding of UX is different. So when you are looking at a screen or when you're looking at a product, what you're doing, you're looking at the UI, the user interface of it, which is 20% part of UX. The main user experience is the 80% part. And if I sum up both UX and UI, then it is called as the designing process. It's a process by which you can actually enhance and improve the experience of any product or any service for the end users. And it's applicable on each and every industry segment. So as a UX and UI designer, you all will be able to design any product. It can be a website, it can be an application, you can design a cell phone, you can design a laptop, or design any product or services. And everybody here must be knowing that there are two types of industry segments. Either a company is a product-based company, or that company is a service-based company. So every company requires good UX and UI designer who can improve their products, improve their designings, and build user-centric products. And what happens when you build user-centric product? It generally generates more revenue for the company. Users are satisfied. They do good word of mouth for your product, and the revenue of the company grows. The company grows, right? And the user generally, at the end, they have kind of trust into your brand or your product and everything. So it's very important for every company to hire a team of UX and UI designer, and you can say they pay so much to them. Even if you see the starting salary packages of freshers into UX, it starts from 8.5 lakh rupees per annum, which was, if you can check, it was the last year's data. In 2023, all the packages started from 8.5 lakh rupees per annum in all the good MNCs and core companies. Now, let's go ahead and understand the history of UX. कि ये कहाँ से आया, like कैसे आया UX? What is the entire history behind it? So generally, UX was earlier known as customer delight. I don't know if you know about this or not. So it was earlier known as customer delight, and it was started by Toyota. Toyota is a very you can say, famous company who makes cars and automobiles. So Toyota had a problem. So the problem that they had, that even if they gather good designers, good automobile engineers and all, then also they were not able to achieve 100% user satisfaction. Always some users would come up with some complaints in their product and services, and they were not finding the solution of it. So what they did, they created a team. They took some designers, took some automobile engineers and other engineers, and made a team called Customer Delight. And what they did, they started interacting with customers more. They kept the customers in center and then started designing the product. So let's say Toyota wants to launch a car right now. So what they do is they first interact with people who drive cars. They understand their personas, they understand their customer journey mappings, they understand what kind of people they are and what kind of products they need. And then they start building the product, and they use the entire process of UX. So it started then, and then Toyota, everybody knows about Toyota and kind of market cap or capitalization that it has. So it started from there. Then in 1993, Mr. Donald Norman, who is also known as father of UX designing, he was working at that time in Apple as a chief design architect. So he learned about customer delight, and he did a lot of research on it. And then he came up with a term called UX design, UX and UI design, which is user experience and user interface design. And then he started a company called IDF, Interaction Design Foundation, which is the governing body of UX throughout the globe. Right? So it governs the entire industry and everything. So he started this company, and then from that time we know that it is, you can say, termed as or called as UX and UI design. And there is a coincidence, at that point of time, internet was also launched. So companies, they wanted to build their websites and applications. But as a developer, if somebody is designing a website and application, he'll always try to make it technically very good, right? But as a UX designer, when a UX designer is involved, he understands the users and he helps the development team to understand and design exactly what users want. So that's why UX design is very important in every product, rather it is a digital or a physical product. Now let's quickly move ahead. So this was the era where it started and internet was booming, and like people started building their websites, applications and everything. And this is how UX also, you can say, spread across the globe. So it was started in Canada and then it moved across the globe. Now let's understand how UX designers' jobs are different from other designers. So generally what happens, if you see in a company, if it was like, let's say, take a time frame of 10 to 15 years back, there were product designers into companies, there were developers and all. When they used to design a new website or application or any physical product, what they used to do, they used to make 2 or 3 prototypes or 5 prototypes of their product and used to launch that into the market. And then whichever prototype was giving the best responses and people are liking it, then they used to continue that and used to improve that. But this had a very, you can say, big problem, because you are not making a single product, you are making 5 products. So you need a good team, you need good money, good resources and everything, and especially time constraints are there. So when UX designing came, it solved their problem. Now what they do, whenever you are working into a company as a UX designer or product designer, you start directly from the users. You understand their problems, needs, goals and everything, and you start building only one product, one prototype of the product, and then you continue with it. And at the end of the process, of the UX process, you end up with designing the best product which your users want. And that is why and how companies save a lot of money. And that this is also the reason why company pays so much to UX designers, because they don't make mistakes generally. They understand the users and they design the best products. And this is why all the top MNCs, all Fortune 500 companies and everyone, they have the biggest team of UX and UI designer who are paid in lakhs, even in crores. If you look into their packages, if I would like to name some companies, like Netflix is the topmost company, Apple is there, who has the best team of UX and UI designers. Then there is Swiggy, Zomato, there is Ola, Uber, a lot of other companies. So they started building UX teams and they started designing products according to the user's needs. And that's how they are so successful into the market. Their competitors are still trying to figure out how they are so successful and how their designs are so interactive with the users. So it's very important to understand the UX process and then design the things. Now, let's understand what is the UX process, like how, as a person or as a UX designer, how I would design the things. So if you can see, in the UX process, there are 5 major, you can say, processes which are there involved, which is a kind of industry standard. And there are different companies or industries who have further divided these processes into 6 processes or 7 processes. So the first thing, as a UX designer, what you do, you empathize with your users. Now, let's say today you have to build a kind of a digital payment app. So the first thing what you'll do, you'll understand about your target audience, that who are the people who are using those kind of product and services. Like in India, if I talk about people who use Google Pay, Phone Pay, Amazon Pay. Now there is a recent one which is called Pays app. There is Cred, there is MobiKwik. So you'll understand, first of all, what is the category of your target audience. Then you'll interact with them and understand 3 things from them, which is their needs, their goals, and their pain points. So this is the first process that you do in empathizing, or it is also known as user research. Then once you have done the research, once you have got all the answers from these users, then you go to the second process in UX, which is called defining, where you can say you define those problems that they have and you pinpoint where actually, like, which is the major problem due to which all these problems are coming, and you start designing. And you go to the third process, which is ideate. So here, by using the entire UX methods, by using design thinking, by using user-centric design methods, you start building the solution. So you start designing, you make prototypes, and you go to the fourth process, you make those prototypes. Like you can say, first of all, you make those low fidelity and high fidelity wireframes, those screens and everything. And you use a lot of tools like Figma or VXT, there is Balsamic, InVision, InDesign, all these tools you use, and you design these things, and then go to the testing part, which is the final mode where you test your product whether it is best market fit or not. Now, let's quickly go ahead and understand why UX is required. So the major reason why UX is required is to essentially to ensure product and services are user friendly. Let's say you are a product based company, you have built a good website, it is very technically sound, but the users, your target audience, are unable to use all the features of the product. And this happens with every company. And this rule is called as 80-20 rule, that 80% of your users will only use 20% of the features of your application or product which you are using, and the remaining 20% might use 80% of it. So in order to understand and make products user friendly, you need to understand and ensure that your products are user friendly. Then once your product is user friendly, users are very happy while using it, it automatically improves the user satisfaction. And once the user satisfaction is improved, he'll always remember your brand name, he'll always remember your product name, and it increases the brand reputation. And finally, once the brand is well known into the industry, it actually grows the business of a company, right? And the final goal of UX is to meet the user's needs and expectations, right? So whatever their needs are, whatever their expectations are, you as a designer, you meet them by your designs, right? Now, let's quickly see some beautiful examples which I think you might have come across in your lifetime, and everybody has, I guess. And these examples are the best example why we trust these companies and why we use these applications or websites. Now, the first name that comes into anybody's mind who is in India when he thinks about booking a movie ticket is Book My Show, right? Because as the name suggests, it's always to, you can say, book movies, pictures and all. But the difference that they had made into the industry is that they have made the entire interaction very simple. If you want to book a movie ticket, you just go to Book My Show, click on the banner. Just at the top, at the bottom, you'll see the number of seats. You can just select the number of seats. You don't have to even manually enter it. For one person, you can select bicycle. For two people, you can select car or something, and you can just understand and book your ticket and just go to the payment page. This is the first best thing that they did. They reduce the time which is, you can say, which a user needs to book his movie ticket, and reduce the clicks. And the interface, the design of the interface is so simple that anybody can book a movie ticket. You don't have to teach someone who is using the app for first time. You can easily book it, right? The second thing that they do is, if you see the movies, they give you the actual genuine ratings of those people who have watched the movies, right? Let's say today some movie was launched and you want to go to watch it today in the evening, and it was launched in the morning. So a lot of people might have seen that movie. So they give those reviews, they show those reviews, so you understand whether to watch this movie or go for some other movies and all. And the final thing is that what they did is that they give you always discounts, some coupons, some extra, you can say, bonuses or anything whenever you're booking movie. So you end up saving money. So this is how Book My Show has been designed, so that anybody, or you can say people, can easily use this application and book their movie tickets. And that's why people trust Book My Show, and everybody knows about Book My Show. Now let's see another example. If you compare Amazon and Flipkart, why Amazon is world's number one, you can say, e-commerce platform. The reason is that it is so simple to use. There are well-defined categories, right? In Amazon, if you want to find a mobile phone or something, on the left-hand side, you can find the categories of it, mobile and electronics. If you want to buy some furniture, you can see the category of furniture. So this is the first thing. They have structured the entire UI and interactions very simple. Second, what they have done, their user experience. If you order something on Amazon today, and if you are in a metropolitan city like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and others, so you can get your product within next 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes they'll deliver you even before the delivery time, even one day before of it. So, and if you want to, let's say, if you don't like the product, if you want to return it, you can do it very easily, right? So these are the things why these product and services work, and why companies or users trust them. Now, this is the simplest example that you can see. If you want to order something on Swiggy or Zomato from, let's say, two different restaurants. So sorry. So if I want to order, let's say, burger from KFC or chicken from KFC and burger from McDonald's in the same order, I can't do it on Swiggy and Zomato, because I have to do it separately and it will come in two orders. So I have to pay the delivery charges twice. Whereas if you see Eat Sure, you can order from multiple restaurants in the single order and it will be delivered to you on time. So Eat Sure is also providing the best user experience, and that's why a lot of people right now have started using Eat Sure and all. Right. Now, let's look deep dive into the job roles and profiles which are there into the UX industry. So once you complete the program into UX and UI design, you'll be open for n number of job roles. You can become a UX designer, you can become a visual designer, interaction designer, you can become a user researcher, UI designer, you can become a design thinker, you can become a usability analyst, you can become a haptic UI and UX designer, which are very much, you can say, hired into Apple. Apple generally has the best haptics, right? Plus, you can become an automotive UX and UI designer, you can become a UX writer. So anybody having any kind of background, knowledge or skill set, whatever you have, that is, you can say, valued in UX and UI design. And when you learn it and when you go into the industry segment, you can work into any industry segment, because UX jobs are open into each and every companies into throughout the globe, as well as throughout all the industry segments. Right now, let's see what you can say the career path of a UX designer looks like. So generally, people start their packages into UX from 6, 7, 8, or 10, 12 LPA packages who are freshers, who who have just started their career, and you can say, let's say, who have just learned UX and UI design, right? Gradually, when you start your career into UX and UI design, after 6 months to 1 year, you become a senior visual designer, where you cross the level of 10 LPA, 12 LPA very easily. Then within 1.5 or 2 years, you can become a specialized UX designer, or specialize into a particular, you can say, profile of it. Like you can become a user researcher or an information architect. And then within 2 years or 2.5 years, you become a lead UX designer. So you lead the entire team into the companies where the packages can go even more than 20, 30 LPA easily. Or you can become a design manager with the package range of around 25 to 30 LPA. And then you become a design head of a company where the packages can go above 40 LPA or 50 LPA, any, you can say, package ranges. So this is a career path of just between, first, you can say, starting your career into UX till just 3 to 4 or 5 years max. So in 5 years, or let's say in 3 years also, you can crack, you can say, best packages for you, which is not possible in other domains. Why it is not possible? Because UX is a domain which is required everywhere, and it is the most in-demand domain in designing. And every company wants good UX designers to improve their product and service, and that's why they pay so much. Right? Now, let's understand about our program, which we are providing here. So it is a 4 months bootcamp, wherein you'll be learning everything live from the mentors. The classes will be live, where your videos will be on, the mentors' videos will be on. It will be one-to-one interaction. There will be only 10 to 15 students in a batch. So we keep the batch size small so that you can interact with the mentors and have your questions and queries resolved. Right, and you'll be learning everything practically here. So you'll be getting a live project or a real-time project on which you'll be working, and you'll be learning UX and UI design, and you'll be working as a UX designer here in this 4 months program, so that at the end of the program, you're a job-ready person who can apply into any company, into any industry segment. You can start his UX designing career after 4 months right from us. Now, these are some of the course highlights that we provide. We have weekend classes so that everybody who is working from Monday to Friday, they can also attend the classes on weekends. These are live sessions. We also have offline sessions in Bangalore, as well as we are going to start it in other cities also. We have micro batches. We have live projects. We have guaranteed placement opportunities. Now, if I talk about guaranteed placement opportunities, it makes we make sure that the student is so capable enough to crack any interviews, and we bring in the right interviews for him. And we also train him how to crack those interviews. So these 3 things are very important to get a student place. First of all, to build his skills in the UX, which is the right skills which is required by companies. Then bring the right companies for him, and then train him how to crack those interviews. Right, and you'll be getting a certification at the end of the program. So these are our mentors. If you see on the left-hand side, Mr. Puneet Chawla. So he is the founder of UX and UI designing studio, which is Design Wings. So he can also take sessions. He also comes into some sessions and all. Then there is Mr. Satish Bawage, who works in Barclays. He has around 18 years of experience. Then on the right-hand side, you can find Mr. Mayur Chaudhary. He has around 11 years of experience, right? So these people are having so much abundance experience, and they have started their career even after, let's say, after 5 years of their career into a different industry. They started their career and they started learning UX and UI design, and now they are at such a high level where they are heading the entire design, leading the entire design team of a company, or they have their own, you can say, firm into UX and UI design, right? So this is what you can do or achieve within 3 to 5 years, right, as a UX and UI designer. So these kind of mentors will be there. Now this is the correct result. If you all have after this call, you all can go and check in. So there will be 1 million UX designers by the end of 2050. This is the requirement which is there into the industry segment. Right now, there are 8 to 10 lakh job openings into UX and UI design, and this is the number of job openings will be there into the industry segment. Now, these are our hiring partners where our students have been placed. So there are more than 100 plus hiring partners which we have. These are the best companies like Lenskart, TCS. There are a lot of designing studios. There are a lot of you can say good companies where our students are placed, and you can also, you can say, go for the best companies through our placements and everything while making your career into UX and UI design. Now I'll just go ahead and take up questions. Whatever questions you have regarding UX and UI design, you can just ask me directly and I can answer all those questions in next 5 to 10 minutes so that your doubts are cleared and you can go ahead with the program or start your career into UX. So if you have any questions, any thing that you want to know or ask, how to start your career and what packages you are expecting, or like how I can become a UX designer, what is the current demand into the industry, anything, you can ask, go ahead and ask anything. And also for those people who have joined this webinar, I'm sharing a link. This is a link which will help you to, you can say, fill your inquiries for our program. Once you fill your inquiry, and if you do it by today, you'll get a discount of around 20, you can say around 22% on the fees. So you can avail that discount, which is around 10 to 15,000 on the fees. Yeah. So yeah, Saurav has a question. Please explain about portfolio, how this works into the industry. So Saurav, the best thing or the first thing that a recruiter looks into a person is his portfolio. Let's say I'm a designer. I have made some designs, I've worked on some projects, so it should be showcased in my portfolio. It should be showing my skill set. Okay, yeah, I have learned UX and UI design, and this is the project which I did. This was the problem which was there into the industry segment. These are my researches, these are my designs, my wireframes and everything, and this is the final product or the design that I have made. So he goes through your journey and he understands, yeah, what kind of problem you have understood into the industry and how you can say creatively you have solved that problem. So it is very important to make a good portfolio, and we here at WEARE1 Academy and Design Wings, we make sure that your portfolio is very strong. And for that also, you'll be having industry sessions where the mentors will be coming who are working into industry and hiring people based on their portfolios. So they know, they actually select those portfolios according to their requirements, and also they understand that. So they'll train you how to build your portfolios, right? And we'll be helping in building 3 types of portfolios. One will be your main portfolio, which we'll be sending to all the companies, and you can also apply anywhere. Second is the portfolio which will go on Behance, which is a portal where all the designers, they have their portfolio. It's just like GitHub, right? And then there is Dribble. So these will make your online presence into the industry. So anybody, any enterprise, any company can directly reach out to you also for a job or a freelancing work. So you'll be visible to the world that you are a UX and UI designer, and these are the beautiful projects that you have done. Yeah. Okay. I have a question that what is the course fee? So the course fees at our designing studio, it's around 65,000 rupees. However, if you have joined this webinar, so you'll be, if you fill the application form, I'll just send it form in a minute. If you fill this form, you'll be getting a discount of 10 to 15,000 on the fees. So you have to just fill this form, and we'll get your inquiry, and we'll be connecting back to you today or either by tomorrow, and you can go for our program with the discount, and you don't have to pay the fees at once. Also, we have different EMI options which are no cost EMI. You don't have to pay any interest. And before even the completion of the fees, like if you go for, let's say, 9 months of EMI, before even the completion of the course, you'll be having a job in your hand, like before the completion of the payment of the fees, right? So a lot of students, they join us, they go for EMI options, and within 4 months, they complete their program, and next 15, 20 days or 1 month, they get placed, and they start paying the remaining amount in like through their own salaries itself. Okay, so Harshita has a question. If we do freelancing, it's not only possible to get clients every month. So what should we do in our portfolio? All right. So Harshita, it is a very simple thing. If you want to you can say show your presence online everywhere, what you have to do every day, sit down, take some designing you can say problems, make design one or two screens and put it on your portfolio. It works similar to naukri.com. When you're applying for a job in naukri.com, what we do generally, we every day open naukri.com, we change and update our resume or change little things so it shows at the top. So similarly, what you can do, you can make designs every day, add it into your portfolio every day. It will hardly take 10 to 15 minutes or max to max half an hour to design a single screen on Figma. So you can design it, upload it on your portfolio. So what it will do, it will show your portfolio at the top whenever someone is searching, and then these people can be interested into your designs. One more tip which you can do is you can make UX short videos like of 30 seconds, 1 minute videos, and upload it through your portfolio on Behance or Dribble. What it does, it saves the time of the people who are recruiting. They'll just see the video, they'll understand what kind of designs you have done, and if they're interested, they'll directly reach out to you. Okay. Tanvi has a question. I'm a qualified architect and have been working graphic designing. Great. So what kind of UX and UI designing jobs would I apply after completing? So see, Tanvi, you're not the first one. A lot of architects, they have shifted their career into UX. The reason I'll tell you, because in architecture, the packages are very low. Plus the industry segment is, you can say, is not, is very much diluted. A lot of people are doing architecture and a lot of competition is there. There are not enough jobs into it, right? You need proper resources, you need proper references to get a good job into it. But people shifted into UX and UI design, and as an architect, you are also a designer. You're designing good buildings, architectures and everything. So that skill is calculated. So anybody here who is from different domain, let me repeat it again, that whatever your skills are right now, that is calculated in UX because it is applicable in every industry segment. You can work into IT, into architecture, into interior, banking, FMCG, retail, automobile, manufacturing, even in government sector under Niti Aayog, this government, they hire UX designers on a contractual basis. So you can work into any industry segment, and I'll also tell you how companies look for a people when they're hiring UX designer. Let's say I'm the designing head of Mercedes and I look after the entire Mercedes brand. So when I am hiring a UX designer, what I look for a person who is from the same domain. Either he should be an automobile engineer or a mechanical engineer, and then he has learned UX and UI design. So then he is the ideal candidate for me. So similarly, some pharma companies, if they are hiring UX designer, they look for a similar kind of background. So whatever background you are having, your experience always calculates. And when you switch your career into UX, when you go for jobs, you get a minimum hike of 20 or 30% on your current CTC. That is a bare minimum. That is a normal hike that every company can give you. The average hike is 40 to 60% and maximum is 80 to 90% when you're switching. And this is why people learn UX design and make their career. I've seen people, they started UX design 1 year back. They learned UX design, started their career. Now they have, at that point of time, their packages were 3 LPA, 4 LPA, and now they're working above 10 LPA very easily within 1 year time. It's all about skill set that you can learn and all about designs that you can do every day, right? Okay, Harshita has a question. What all softwares you're going to teach, like from basics? Yeah, everything will be from basics. You'll be understanding, first of all, about designing. What is design? Fundamentals of design, principles of design, basics of design. First, you'll understand evolution of design and all. And then you'll learn the basics of UX design. What is UX design? What are the basics, history and everything. And then you'll be getting your real-time project or live project. And then you'll start doing UX design while learning. Right, so you learn on the third session, you learn about user research. You look into a lot of case studies where big UX designers did good research, designed good best products and services. So you look into those designs and use those ideas to work on your project. And these will be live in the classes so that everybody understands the things and everybody is doing it by sharing their screens one by one and everybody's understanding. And once you have learned what is user research and once you have done it on your project, then for the weekdays, you'll be given some assignments, some homework to do on user research so that the entire weekday, from Monday to Friday, you can practice more and come up with more good user research document and everything. And then once everybody is at the same pace, everybody has learned how to do user research and practiced it twice at least, then we go with the second process in UX, right? So you'll be doing things step by step by learning and working on it so that at the end of the 4th month, you are a ready, you can say job ready UX and UI designer. And talking about softwares, there are 2 different type of, you can say, categories of software. The first category is the software which is used for making wireframes. Like there is Figma, which is everywhere. Wherever you apply for job, they'll ask you to be expert in Figma. So we provide premium license of Figma also to our students. That is included in the fees. In our course itself, we don't charge anything extra. So you'll be getting pro license of Figma. You'll be learning how to use Figma and designing things. Then you can also, if you want to learn Adobe XD, you can learn that also from Mentor. If you want to learn any alternative tools, like there is Balsamiq, InVision, InDesign, there is Sketch, Azure, Framer, any tool, you can learn that tool with the help of the mentors. They'll be helping you at each and every step. And all these tools are similar. There is only 5 to 10% difference. But right now into the industry, Figma is the most in-demand tool. And apart from Figma, they'll ask you for Adobe XD or sometimes Sketch. But if you don't know Sketch, there is no problem. You can learn it from the mentor. And you can do the work of Sketch on Figma also, because Figma is so much evolved that uses, you can say, a lot of, has a lot of extensions in which you can use any tool. You don't have to buy another tool or go for any other tool, right? And even if you don't have the license of that tool, then we'll be providing you the licenses and we'll be helping you how to use that tool, right? And then the second category of tools are those tools which are visual designing tools. A lot of graphic designers might be knowing about it. It is Adobe Illustrator, it is Adobe Photoshop, then there is CorelDRAW, Paint, Canva. You can use any tool, right? These are tools which are used to do visual designing, fill colors, design typography, iconography, all those things. Right. Okay. The age to join. See, there is no age limit, no degree criteria into UX and UI design. Anybody can become a UX and UI designer. But if you want to get a job into a good MNC, then they require graduation from any domain. You can graduate from arts, commerce, science, doesn't matter. You should be good in UX and UI designing, right? That is what matters. Your portfolio should be good, your project should be good, and you'll be able to design in front of them live. Because in interviews, generally, when you'll sit into UX designing interviews, they'll give you some design challenge to do. They'll give you, let's say, this is the screen. You have to design it for application. This is right now live on the website. So can you create this, replicate this on a application, right? So they'll give you around 10, 15 minutes to do it. So you can design that. And that's how they check your skills and knowledge, right? Okay. Any other questions? Anything that anyone wants to know, please ask me questions so that I can help you out. And I'll just share the link. Just give me a moment so that I can share you the link. All right. So this is the link where you can register. Just fill. It only requires your name, mobile number, and I think one more information is there. You can just fill it. Right now, it will hardly take 30 seconds, and you can go through the details also. And this will help you to get those scholarships, and you can enroll for this program. Yeah, Tarun has a question. Placement. So Tarun, as I first said, we are India's top 5 designing studio. We come into top 5 in India, and we are a place where maximum team size are designers only. So we have a designing culture and everything. So we are the best people to train anyone into UX and UI design, first of all. Second, we make sure in building your quality into design, because a quality designer can be only hired into big like generally, if you are a quality designer, you get good offers, you can get placed into big companies. So we make sure to build that quality, that skill into you. And once you follow the process, once you are attending all the sessions and everything, so at the end of the course, once your resume and portfolio will be ready, the moment you apply that, within 1 or 2 days, you'll see that companies are replying back to you. So you can apply for those interviews and everything. So we make sure to build the quality here. They're not here to take 50, 100 students in a batch or 30, 40 students in a batch and then just go through the curriculum and everything. No, it will be completely live sessions. We'll be interacting, we'll be understanding your problem, we'll be telling you about the concepts of UX and UI design, you'll be working on it. And at the end of the program, you'll be a full-fledged UX and UI designer who can start working into a company from day one itself, right? And that's how it works. And once you are skillful enough, once your portfolio, resumes and everything is ready, then we start your placement training and start aligning companies. And we also send you invites from those companies or links where you can apply directly, right? Okay. So those who have filled the form, just type yes into the chat box who have filled the form so that we can reach out to you. We can help you out with the brochures, curriculum and everything. And you can take a decision by today or tomorrow. If you want, you can go for the program. We have the batch is starting by next month. and we'll be taking admissions this month itself, because we also need around 10-15 days time to align proper good mentor who has best experience for the batches, to do the documentation process and everything. So you all can go ahead with your admissions by today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow is the last date, right? And to avail the discount, please fill this form, and just once you fill this form, just write yes into the chat box. Or if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll feel very, you can say, happy to answer those questions regarding anything. Anyone has any questions, and even the team, the experts who have reached out to you for this webinar, they'll be reaching out to you again with your doubts and queries. You can also clear with them, right? So if you if you guys have any questions, any doubts, any queries, you can clear it. Also, one more thing, I am also, you can say, from a tech background, but I made my career into designing. So I'm a software engineer. I learned computer science engineering, but there the career was very, you can say, the competition was too much. Plus, you can say, they only hire generally from IITs or big colleges, and they provide them best packages. So I was in a situation where my package was not good. I was not understanding the industry segment, having problems and all. And then I learned about UX and UI design, and it changed my career. So within 2 years of into it, I reached to a position where I can handle a big team of UX and UI designers, and I can entirely manage the entire designs, or I can say, for the entire clients. Right now, I'm working into B2B, where I interact with CEOs, CXOs for projects and everything, and we share our ideas, designings, and everything. Okay, so Ankit, in order to stay updated with the UX and UI designing trends, and we can say new designs and everything, there is an app called Medium. I'm just typing the name in. If you download this application, right, it's available on App Store and Play Store. Just download this application and select your choice or choices, like your area of interest. So once you select UX and UI design, every day you'll be getting good articles, good designs on it, which you can copy, you can read about it, get ideas. They also provide designing solutions and everything. So you can just go there and check, like daily we check news and everything. Just, it's like 2 to 3 minutes read, right? You can just read it and you can understand what is going right now, what is going to come, because a lot of new technologies have come, like AI has come, AR has come, VR is there, IoT is there, Meta is there. All these technologies are right now designed into product and services, and all these designings are done by UX designers only. So now people have upgraded themselves. They have become AI UX designer, they have become VR UX designer, IoT UX designer, right? So you have all those options, all those career path, and whichever new technology comes into the industry, it increases jobs into UX designing, because it is directly going to be implemented into product and services. If you will check on Google, artificial intelligence was launched in 2017, I think. In 2017, there were only 10 to 20,000 jobs in UX designing, because it was started like few years back. But right now, if you'll see, 8 to 10 lakh jobs are there into UX and UI designing. So it has, all these technologies have increased the job, because AI is going to implement into a website or an application, or it can be implemented into physical products, electronic products. So how to design that? How to make the design so that the user can use it, the AI application very easily, or the feature very easily. And that is done by UX designers. So they make sure that whatever new technologies are coming, they are implemented into product and services, and the designs are very much user-centric, so that anybody can design. Even a illiterate person can use that design or use that product or service. Right? All right, great. So I think if you don't have any other questions, we'll just wrap up this webinar, and our team will reach out to you. You all can, if you have any other further questions, you can clear it with them, and you can join our batches and everything. So thank you so much for joining and being patient for around 40-45 minutes. And I hope you all, you can say, make good careers into UX industry and grow into your life. Right. Thank you so much. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.